Good afternoon, good evening. Today is not today. At this moment, we are going to try to balance our lives. We cannot be all day long worrying about what's happening in the world. It's okay to be informed, but today we do a weekly meditations for those who want to learn how to meditate, for those who are meditating, and even for the experienced ones. And meditation is apply all our concentration to contact with our spirit. That's the definition of meditation. Meditation is not just any YouTube video where they tell you what to do, visualize this and that. This is a visualization that has its value, but meditation goes way beyond that, goes beyond the mind. And we do this because we need to have balance in life. It's okay to be an activist. The people who have been following our pages, it's okay to I want to put the video to see. Okay, so here we go. And we need to balance our lives. We cannot be worrying about the crisis of the world, that I know is insane. It's insanity what we are living in the world, but that's what it is. A good book that I recommend you to read that help us to keep our sanity and is The Power of Now, that help us to be in the present moment. What does it mean? That our mind is not engaged thinking of the future and having regrets, anger, fear, anxiety. Usually anxieties when we are in the future, when we think what is going to happen. And in the moments, in the times we are living now, where reality is, like my friend says, reality overpasses fiction. This unbelievable state of the world, of the governments and so on. Well, today we are not going to go to that. The mind tends to think of the future. What are we going to do? Well, the best way to conquer anxiety is to be in the present moment. And to be in the present moment, meditation is just about that, to be in the present moment. I am just putting the screen of the pages, so if I need to do something So today is not a day to do answer and questions. You know, everybody, I am preaching to the choir. We are going to practice these breathing exercises and pranayamas. That means to move the energy up and down the spine. In our spine we have energy centers called chakras, that means wheels of energy. The heart chakra is one that we all can relate. When we have a broken heart, we know that there is something there. Or when you women are very sensitive, you feel in your solar plexus when something is not wrong. We feel sometimes like a pain when we think about somebody, a situation, or in the second chakra around the stomach, or here when we are holding things that we cannot say. So those energy centers are not just for that, to use our intuition in specific situations in life, but also we can energize them to connect with the spirit world, with the spiritual world, with our real self. I don't know if you remember this woman activist from Canada that I showed yesterday in the morning meeting of the People's Convoy. She said she told what happened in Ottawa, that everybody was in peace, taking the blows of the police, etc., but they were able to do everything with peace, without reacting. Believe me, to do that, we need a lot of courage is needed. Okay, I'm going to turn off my phone. I usually have a friend that does an initial prayer. And she said, that activist from Canada, this is a battle between good and evil. And I know literally this is what it is. Politics, the things that are going on, do not explain the deep root of this problem. It's a spiritual crisis. And she says also, there will be a massive awakening. Awakening means that many people will realize what is going on in the world. But it's not only that. The awakening also means that people will realize that we are not just this physical body. And this is what meditation is all about. To realize that we are not just this physical body. We are going to start with a prayer, and in the prayer we connect with God, with the Spirit, and only with the boss, with nothing else. We go straight to the source of all creation. I will do a general prayer. You can add whatever you want, whatever are your beliefs, and we have to know that meditation has no affiliation with any type of spiritual beliefs or religions. All true religions practice some kind of meditation, deep meditation. So this has nothing to do with any religion, with any spiritual belief. It's our connection with the Spirit, our connection with God. All right. It's important to have the right posture. The spine is always straight. The feet, if you sit in a chair like I do, on the floor, and we can move, and the hands on the junction of the I'm going to lower the light so it doesn't bother me. I have to put a little sign so if anybody comes, they know that we are in our meditation. Let me see what is. It's a text that I have somewhere. Fantastic, I found it. All right. The spine straight without laying back on the chair, because if we do so, the energy cannot move up and down the spine. The hands in the junction of the thighs with the abdomen. However, because of our particular conditions, we may move it in the middle of the thighs or somewhere there. I found that I'm following instructions from people who really know about meditation. This is a good posture. We can move the shoulders back and then relax them. And another thing that helps is like visualize or feel that we have like a rope tied on the top of our head, and that rope is pulling us up. So we keep our spine straight so the energy can move up and down. So we do a prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, which is the feminine aspect of the Spirit, the devotional aspect of God. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Friend, Beloved God, Jesus Christ, Saints of all religions, we bow to you all. We come to Thee to sit at Thy feet of omnipresence, to thank Thee for Thy blessings, Thy protection, Thy guidance, and Thy help. We are going to do a prayer for the People's Convoy and the activists from all over the world at the end of the meditation, when our mind is calm. You can participate as long as you want. We are going to do half an hour. I encourage you to try. You will see that the time flies by, because when we practice these exercises, we are going to have the mind focus on specific exercises. So the time will really fly by. With the spine straight, it's very important that we put our attention on the spiritual eye, which is the center of our willpower. So during the whole meditation, or in any activity that you do, that you can close your eyes, we put the attention in the spiritual eye. During the whole meditation, always the main point of focus is the spiritual eye. And from that point, we are going to just watch our breath without modifying, without forcing it. We just observe the inhalation, the natural inhalation and exhalation of our lungs. I forgot to do something. Let's tense the whole body from head to toes, taking a deep breath. And we do it 2 more times. We take a deep breath and tense the whole body. And relax. We do this to relax all the muscles of the body, and also to release the carbon dioxide present in the muscles, in the blood, so our breathing slows down, which is another objective or goal of meditation. And having our attention in the spiritual eye, and also we lift our eyes gently up to the point between the eyebrows, and from that point we watch our breath. Everything we do it with relaxation. We don't force absolutely anything. The attention on the spiritual eye, and we observe our breathing. Now we are going to add a mental repetition with a consciousness that in the air there is energy of the most higher frequency. It is also called prana. When we inhale, we are going to mentally say or repeat, thou art in me, meaning that this high frequency energy, which is a manifestation from the Spirit, from God, is being incorporated in our physical and astral body through the inhalation. That's what it means, thou art in me. And when we exhale, when the exhalation comes in its natural rhythm, we say mentally, I am in thee. Always with the eyes gently lifted up, the focus of our attention on the spiritual eye, observing the breathing. When we inhale, mentally we say, thou art in me. And when we exhale, I am in thee. Knowing that we refer to the higher frequency energy, which is a manifestation from God, from the Spirit. Let's relax the mind. We are going to practice Pranayama, which is exercise in which we move the energy up and down the spine. Along the spine we have several energy centers or chakras. And the objective of this simple breathing exercise is to energize those energy centers and to cleanse from toxic energies that we may have there. We are going to visualize that the spine, in the same space of the physical spine, we have the astral or energy spine, which is like a tube of energy that starts at the base of the spine, all along the spine, going through the neck, where the medulla oblongata is a special organ where the energy enters our body. Keeps going up to the brain and ends in the point between the eyebrows or spiritual eye. And along the spine we have several energy centers or chakras: the root chakra at the base of the spine, the second chakra or sacral, an inch below the navel, the solar plexus, where the ribs ends on the front of our body, the soft part, the heart chakra in the middle of the chest, the throat chakra in the middle of the neck or the throat, the medulla oblongata, the back of our head, where the base of the skull, the soft part, and the spiritual eye. When we inhale, we visualize that a bright energy is entering the base of the spine, the root chakra, goes up the spine to the second chakra, and is stored there during the inhalation, like a sphere of energy. And when the exhalation comes, we exhale that energy in all directions towards the infinite. Now we inhale through the second chakra, the energy goes up the spine to the solar plexus. It is stored there, and we exhale it in all directions towards the infinite. Now we inhale through the solar plexus, the energy goes up to the heart chakra in the middle of the chest. It is accumulated there, and during the exhalation we exhale that energy in all directions towards the infinite. We visualize like rays of light going in all directions. Now we inhale through the heart chakra, the energy goes up to the throat chakra and is stored there. And we exhale it in all directions towards the infinite. Now we inhale through this energy through the throat chakra, the energy goes up to the medulla oblongata in the back of the neck. It is accumulated there, and we exhale it in all directions towards the infinite. Now the energy, we inhale through the medulla oblongata, The energy goes up the brain and forward to the spiritual eye. It is stored there, and we exhale it in all directions towards the infinite. And now we do the same, chakra by chakra, inhaling to the spiritual eye, goes down the medulla oblongata, and we exhale, and so on in every single chakra. I cannot find the picture, but if you miss or don't remember one of the chakras, just do it. It works just as well. So we go down chakra by chakra to the root chakra, and then we keep going up and down. let's relax the mind, always with attention, the main point of our focus on the spiritual eye, and remembering that we have the energy spine, like a tube of energy from the coccyx to going up the spine to the point between the eyebrows. Now when we inhale, we visualize that this bright energy is moving from the root chakra up the spine, going through every single of the chakras, the medulla oblongata, up the brain to the spiritual eye during the inhalation. So we accommodate this visualization with the natural flow of our breathing. We never force, modify the breath. So we inhale, the energy moves from the base of the spine all the way up the spine to the spiritual eye, and when the exhalation comes naturally, that energy goes back to the brain and down the spine to the root chakra at the base of the spine. In one breathing cycle, the energy goes up during the inhalation, we visualize that, and down during the exhalation. let's relax the mind. And now, just for a couple of minutes, we put our attention on the spiritual eye, with the eyes gently lifted up. We just pay attention to the spiritual eye. Let's relax the mind. And this is the time to pray deeply, because the mind is calm and our broadcasting station, which is a spiritual eye, broadcasting station to the spirit, is calm and can send this information, our prayers, in a more powerful way when the mind is calm. The divine consciousness is the manifestation of God that creates the whole creation. So we are going to just mentally say, divine consciousness, flow through me to heal us whatever we need to heal. We always start with us. Divine consciousness flow through me, and we can ask for any specific thing through my eye, my knee, whatever is bothering us, or flow through this uncomfortable situation, emotional situation that I feel and I don't want anymore. Something simple. We don't have to be explaining in 300 words. Something very simple. The divine consciousness knows exactly what to do. And we ask for something that we need. Divine consciousness flow through the People's Convoy movement. Divine consciousness flow through all the supporters, all along the way, in every state of the US, and in every country that is behind supporting from their homes, from their cities, this consciousness changing movement of the trackers fighting for our freedom. Divine consciousness flow to the people's convoy and to their supporters. The divine consciousness knows exactly what to do. If you have a specific intention, you can do it. Divine consciousness flow through the people's convoy that they can raise the consciousness and awareness in their way back to California, that starts tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Hagerstown time. Divine consciousness flow through all the people that this information is spread through the YouTubers here in Facebook, the few channels or pages that we restream those videos. So people in the thousands are waiting for the convoy in the overpasses, in the cities, wherever they go, to support them, to give hope to the people's convoy that sacrificed their life, their reputation, their work, everything. Divine consciousness flowed through the leaders of the people's convoy so they make the right decisions, the ones that will help to this cause of freedom in the deepest and effective, the most effective way. Divine consciousness flow through all the people that will be waiting and supporting the convoy, the people's convoy, all the way from Hagerstown, Maryland to California. And as the leader said, creating more awareness and more support to this cause for the freedom of our country, for the freedom of the world. Divine consciousness flow through the Canadians that they are not done, they are still fighting every week in many cities, standing up against tyranny, corruption, to recover their freedom. Divine consciousness flow through this movement, dissolve and destroy all the obstacles, not just in this physical world, but in the spirit world, any obstacles that they may have. And clear the way to California, and so they can fight to end the mandates, the emergency state, and all these evil measurements. Divine consciousness flow through us, so we have the strength to support them and support this movement by sending emails to the congressmen, women, to these confused politicians that are supporting unacceptable, corrupted and evil bills in California and all over the state, the United States. Divine consciousness flowed through all these politicians in power, so they realize that there are things much more important than money and fame. That money and fame, they are not going to take anything when they leave this planet. But they will take the respect of people when they did the right thing. Divine consciousness flowed through all of us, all the supporters, the people's convoy, and the leaders, to give us strength in times of tests, of difficulties, in times of discouragement, and that the light of the Spirit heal and give strength to all of them. We can make a closing prayer, everyone on its own. Meditation is to be practiced every day. Hola, Clau. Hola, Wendy. Porque nadie participa en español. So I was talking to some of my friends. Meditation is to be practiced every day, because in the same way that we cleanse and feed this physical body with nutritious, healthy food, we need to cleanse and feed our spirit. And meditation, deep meditation, is the best way. You have these videos, they are also on YouTube. I will put the link there so you can watch it in YouTube. You don't have to go all the way down in Facebook until you find them. Let me see if I can find the link. So meditation must be practiced every day. Oh, okay, here is the link. Every morning as soon as we wake up, and every evening. So it's effective. And once we learn these simple exercises, we don't need to listen to the videos. Thank you for participating, and I see you next Wednesday. I didn't do this meditation for the last 2 weeks because I was busy with another commitments. God bless us all, and let's keep on tracking, and happy Hong Kong tomorrow morning when the trackers go back to California. Oh, tenía el micrófono apagado. Clau y Wendy, no sé si están ahí. No pude hacer los videos en español en enero y febrero porque estuve ocupado en la Expo Vida Consciente. Después por un mes YouTube no me dejaba entrar. No hice nada por más de un mes. Y después porque no tengo gente. En la Expo Vida Consciente, en este año 2022, hubo, creo que ni siquiera un 20% de la gente que iba antes. La gente de habla hispana ha desaparecido de las actividades espirituales y de sanación. ¿Por qué? Por el miedo de esta crisis que tenemos. Entonces, prefiero usar mi tiempo en otras cosas más importantes. Tengo mucha más gente que participa en estas meditaciones en inglés y estoy haciéndola una vez por semana, los miércoles, y ya veré cuándo las puedo hacer en español. Que Dios nos bendiga. Me olvidé poner mi video. Aquí estoy. Y participen, si pueden, en inglés, y no necesitan que sea en vivo. Pueden escuchar cualquier video en español. Chao, que les vaya bien.